Hey, this is James from BISON. You're watching Rock and Metal News.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with the Rock and Metal News album review of the new BISON. You Are Not the Ocean, You Are the Patient, which is now out. Vancouver, Canada's metal veterans BISON are making a devastating return with their brand new album titled You Are Not the Ocean, You Are the Patient. After 2012's Lovelessness, their last album from Metal Blade Records, the band was joined by Shane Clark on bass. He was a former lead guitarist of 3 Inches of Blood. Then they put out an EP called 1000 Needles, released in 2014. And that just gave an indication of what was to come for their new album. It's their 5th full-length album, and it is utter heaviness. It was important that the songs fit together to tell a bit of a story, said vocalist James. He says that a story of a new life and escaping the city while still being tethered to it. Life is a constant fight, and though I have taken the fight to a more natural and beautiful place, the struggle still persists. This is an album of daily living. It is for everyone. The new album was recorded in their hometown with longtime friend Jesse Gander at Rain City Recorders. He says, I wanted to also steep myself in music that was not necessarily heavy in the obvious sense. So I was listening to lots of blues while writing the album. Peter Green, Muddy Waters, and Howlin' Wolf. There was also lots of instrumental rock music playing on my long commutes to Vancouver for work and rehearsals, James said. And guitarist and vocalist Dan, he added, the new songs still sound like us, whatever that means, but we aren't concerned with shying away from whatever influences creep up. The older we get and the longer we play together, the less we give a shit about trying to sound like anything in particular. So this album, let's get into it. The first song is called Until the Earth is Empty. This track opens with classic BISON heaviness. However, a bit quicker. Shane Clark, former 3 Inches of Blood member, he just pounds on the bass in this song. The bass is mixed so well. It's hard-hitting and neck-breaking. This track has it all, even some double-time feels and definitely some nice shredding in it. The second song is called Anti-War. 3 minutes and 1 second, pretty much unheard of for a BISON song as far as I'm concerned. Well, this one here is a short song for BISON, but it's quick and it has a lot of cool stutter drum beats in it, almost like a hardcore or punk feel as well in this track. Fast, crunchy, and to the point. Track number 5 is called Tantrum. This one is the longest song in the album. It's just over about 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Reminds me of something off Lovelessness, and it's just heavy and plodding to start with. Just some cool, punchy vocals. This one here has, this track brings you into just a really crunchy, heavy groove, and it moves you back and forth into a sort of a plodding heaviness, but then it speeds up and brings you back down into this groove again. So I like the way it kind of moves around in this track. The vocals are top notch and just full force in this song. The song brings you down midway, and it sounds like it brings you right down and just almost has like some violin in it and some other effects. And man, if you're stoned, that part of the song will just set you spinning for sure. It's just a trippy when they have the violin in there and the drums just nice and subtle. The song picks up again, and it also has some shredding in it and even some quick flute playing. It sounds like a flute in there, and it finishes off heavy as the mighty BISON are known for. So what a cool track, just a really neat story in this one. And the songs the last couple of tracks in this, one is called Ragin' and one is called Water Becomes Fire. They are just two classic heavy BISON tracks, and they just have some of the dirtiest riffage that they've ever done in these songs. Just love this album. So engaged throughout and just really melted into some of the music when needed. So this is, James was saying that he wants this one to almost be like a story. Well, they just played that one out perfect, because this one is just a trip through the BISON world, and it's just got some of the real cool feels in it and some of the heaviest, dirtiest riffs that they've ever written. So check out the new Bison, and it's called You Are Not the Ocean, You Are the Patient. So pick it up. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News. Thanks for tuning in.